Hello again. I'm going to take you through the center of the city in some presentations here, and I'm going to show you a little bit about what it's like to walk through the city. And in this sense, I'm going to start out here where I actually live myself, and I'm going to show you through this blue road. And it's going to be in two presentations, and then I have a third one which is going from here and up along the fortifications, the old fortifications. So look forward and to get a little bit of an impression about what it's like to be in Copenhagen. We are working within this circle, which is defining the fortifications of Copenhagen, and from where I live, passing through the northern gate, Nørrebrogade, then we pass along the food halls, which you will see quite a few times through these strolls through the city. And the food halls are here. And we are going further. We are passing by the Nørreport station down to which is situated exactly where the old Nørrebro gate was. And we are going down along this pedestrian street. And as soon as we get into the pedestrian street, you actually see that building down there. That is where the CIEE office is. That is where you should have been if you were meeting up one-to-one in Copenhagen. That's in that building. And that building is placed here. We are walking a little bit further than that, and you get a little bit closer to the building. And we are going further down this road, where you meet some very old parts of Copenhagen, excuse me. This part of, this is the round tower, this is a church tower, and you have an observatory on the top of this building. And we are situated in an area which used to be the old university, which is actually quite old. It's one of the oldest in the Northern Europe part. So the university dates back from around 1000. And these buildings that you see here used to be dormitories for the students already then, and is still working as dormitories today. And people are really, the students are really eager to get to live there because it has a really good sensation, and there is a lot of old tradition and old things going on there that plays a major role in actually being a lively neighborhood for the student environment in Copenhagen Center. We're going further down, and actually we are passing down to this area, and there we go to the right. We just passed the round tower, the church, which is exactly there. And this was designed and built by the biggest of one of the kings that you could talk about when you look back in history. His name was Christian IV, and he lived in the 16th century. And extremely many of the older parts of the buildings of Copenhagen is from dating back to that period of time, and plays a big significant role in defining the quality and character of old Copenhagen. But we turn to the right here and meet this view facing down to something that is called Our Lady's Church. And we are now exactly in the old university part of the city, of the town. And this is very, you could say, cozy part of the town also. And you have pedestrian streets, as you see here. And let's go a little bit further and go down and cross over by the university here in this quarter. And you can have a little feel of what it's like to be in Copenhagen through this little film. You can see that it's very empty. There are not very many people in the streets. And that is because Denmark is actually more or less locked down because of the coronavirus. So we're passing by here and get into the more low-scale part of Copenhagen, where you have wonderful colors and old buildings with small apartments, extremely popular among especially young people because it's right in the center of the city. And you get a little bit of a sensation what it's like here. We go a little bit further. We have crossed round here, we go down here, and now we are going in through here, passing through a part of Copenhagen which is from the 17th century, is called classical architecture or classicistic architecture. You could imagine maybe that this is when you want to shoot movies that describes more classical times of Copenhagen. Many of them could have scenes that are taken exactly in this neighborhood, and you come into this square, which is in front of the royal court, the courthouse, and actually what you see here is the pedestrian street Strøget, which is the oldest pedestrian street in the world. It was planned in the 60s and was the very first pedestrian street in the center of a city. So that's also something that you could connect to Copenhagen. Now we get a little bit further down this area, and you can see that there's still this very cozy and nice low-key atmosphere. And this is another pedestrian street. This is a parallel street to the Strøget, to the bigger pedestrian street. You look back, and when you look back, you get a glimpse of the City Hall tower. From this tower, the bells ring every quarter, and you can hear them more or less all over the city. And you actually cross over now to Strøget. We came here, and we are in this neighborhood, this area, and we're actually next to the Strøget right now. So let me give you a small experience on Strøget. And now we are actually moving ourselves towards Christiansborg. Christiansborg is the big building that you see in the distance there. It used to be a royal palace, but for the last 200 years or so, it has been where the parliament is situated in Copenhagen. And the statue that you see right in front is exactly that person that I was talking about earlier. That's the Bishop Absalon, the figure that is connected to the foundation, to the founding of Copenhagen. That was the Bishop Absalon, and his statue is here in front of Christiansborg. So what we're doing right now is that we're moving from here down to there. And at this point, you look up at the statue that is supposed to be Bishop Absalon, and he is the founder of Copenhagen, and therefore he has quite a prominent status and placement right in front of the parliament. So let's have a break, and we'll come back to the rest of the tour after that.